please.
Okay.
We're gonna work on exercise number 6, all right? In this part, we have to complete with the phrases, the time linkers, at the end, in the end, or at last. Do you remember what was the difference between these ones?
A bit. Ay, perdón. Sorry.
Okay, don't worry.
Complete series with either and the end, in
Yeah,
the end, or last. Okay. At the end, in the end, at last. I don't remember at last.
okay. At the end, we use it for when something has finished a period of time. At the end, right? In the end, it's we use it to describe a result. And at last
Okay.
means al fin in Spanish. Yes, that is. All right? At last. That is the difference.
Okay. Okay.
So we have here three sentences, as you can just see here. The first one
Mhm.
says, I would like you to hand in your homework at the end or in the end of the class. What do you think?
Uh, at the end of the class.
Yes, it's a period of time at the end of the class. Perfect. Number two, we're gonna we're going to catch a train, but in the end, or at last, we decided it would be cheaper to drive.
In the end.
Yes, in the end. And the last one is at last, of course. We have found a house we like at last. We have been looking for nearly 2 years. All right, so there you go.
All right. Yeah.
Now I need you to tell me something embarrassing and experience that you have lived in the past, an unusual or exciting experience that happened to you. And I need you to use a variety of past tenses and time linkers that we learned on the previous lesson. Present continuous, past perfect, and so on.
Mm,
Can you tell me about something embarrassing, unusual, or exciting?
okay. I need to use
The past tenses
just
and the time
start.
linkers. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Once I was in my English classes,
All right.
and the teacher sent us homework,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and I have a confuse, and in the end, I
Yes.
made the wrong page of the homework.
All right.
So that was very embarrassing.
Okay.
Um, I also, in another English class, we have an exam.
Yeah.
So someone uh, told me that need my help.
That
At
that needed my help. Remember that
that
we're
needed
talking
my,
in past, yeah? So don't forget.
yeah, that needed my help uh, at the end of the class.
Yes, perfect. Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't help her uh,
Yes.
because because in the end we didn't make the exam.
So you didn't make
Um,
the exam or you didn't take the exam?
we didn't take the exam,
All right.
and and I I think it was,
I thought it could be right. I thought.
yes. I thought it was because the teacher got sick at last.
All right. Perfect. There you go. This is it. Okay, so now let's move on to the next part. Thank you so much. That is the writing part, and it is called the report. Have you ever written a report, my dear Pamela?
Yes.
Do you know how is the structure of a report? Do you know how to write a report?
Yes, you have to write the
Of course, just in
like a
case,
story.
yes, it is not. It is not like about a business report, right? It is only a kind of text of the beta first exam. It's
Okay.
something different. Yes, I'm
You
gonna
may.
show you how to write a report actually. I just wanted to know how to, if you knew how to write a report. So let's go to the Google Drive folder that I sent you.
Mm-hmm.
And there you will find a file that is called Writing Tips and Tricks B2.
Okay.
I would like you to open up this file.
Mm,
And I think the report is on page number 29, I guess. Let me see.
writing guide.
The writing guide that says Tips and Tricks B2.
Okay, and here.
Yeah, just let me see where is the page. 66, I guess. Yes. No. 64. The report.
64.
Yeah. Let me know
Um,
when you're ready.
I am ready.
All right. As you can see here, we have some general tips on how to write a report. And the goal here, or the aim here, is to write the report. It's to describe the facts of your report in an objective way, in a clear way, and you have to present recommendations or to close with a conclusion. You have to
Mm-hmm.
be aware to read very careful the task because you're going to have a task, and you have to develop every single section very carefully. You have to make
Mm-hmm.
it very organized. You have to come up with headings for every single paragraph and subheadings as well. You have to separate into paragraphs, different paragraphs, sections, and try to use guidelines. All right.
All
This
right.
report it's not that informal. You have to use a formal wide range of vocabulary. You don't have to
Mm-hmm.
use phrasal verbs, nor idioms, nor contractions, and things like this. And it is not like a letter. You don't have to include things like vocabulary like dear or yours faithfully, things like that. No, you are not allowed to
Mm-hmm.
do this. Instead, you have to use passives, the passive voice, or maybe the second conditional. It could be advisable. And don't forget to use connectors as well, the linking words, to give the sequence to your ideas and to contrast properly your information. So this is the structure of the report. First of all, you have to come up to think of a title, a suitable title, okay? And then you have to divide into introduction, the second paragraph, the third paragraph, and the last paragraph that is actually the conclusion, all right? In the
All
introduction,
right.
you have to explain the aim of your report. And you can also indicate where have you get the information from. Then,
Okay.
in the next paragraph, you have to explain the current situation depending on the task, of course, the advantages, the positive or the negative points. Okay, you have to be very descriptive about the situation, and it can be about problems or the advantages, the drawbacks, the setbacks, things like that. In the next
Mm-hmm.
paragraph, you have to make recommendations, things to make a betterment, to get better on the situation, and then you have to make the conclusion in which you have to make a balance of all the points that you have written about and maybe make a final recommendation if you want. It's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you say antecedentes?
The background.
Background?
That's the background.
Okay. And then how do you say fundamentos?
Foundations, right?
Foundations. Because I was
Foundations.
thinking about a legal report
Yeah.
and you to have that exactly. Foundations
In
and
the
background.
background. Yes.
Yes.
When you're talking about that. I am not a lawyer, but I know some vocabulary related to that. Yes.
Okay.
So, do you have to
So,
write a report on your related to this stuff.
I'm sorry.
So do you have to write a report?
Right now
Yes.
or okay.
No, no. Do you have to write that from your job?
Yes, always.
Always. All right. So I guess
Yeah.
that you are an expert writing this. Yeah.
But in Spanish.
Okay. I guess. So there you are. In this part, you're going to find some useful vocabulary for every single part of the report. For the
Okay.
introduction, for introducing sequencing ideas, as you can see here,
Mm-hmm.
recommending and suggesting, and
Mm-hmm.
for expressing your opinion, and as well for explaining your results or making your conclusion. There you are. You can use this vocabulary instead of using translator or artificial intelligence or looking
Mm-hmm.
for words in a dictionary. You can use this one. That is why I uploaded these writing guides in this Google Drive folder for you to use this vocabulary. All right. So
Okay.
my dear Pamela, I'm gonna show you one model answer so you can see how it works. The answer on the B2 First exam is going to look like this, exactly like this. For example, can you
Okay.
help me out reading the task? Your teacher,
Your teacher has asked you to write a report the local English Academy in order to help the owner to improve it and gain new customers. You should include current problems the Academy is facing,
yes,
ways in which these problems could be solved, and possible outcomes.
yes, that is. So it means that you have here the model answer, an example. First of all, you have to come up or think of a proper or suitable title. For example, the writer here has written the report on the local English Academy. That is the title. And then, that
Mm-hmm.
is so important, you have to write the subheadings, right? Introduction, then the second paragraph, current problems, then recommendations, and finally, conclusion. But I think here is has forgot here for to write here. Okay, so the
Mm-hmm.
introduction, as you can see here, can you help me reading the
Mm-hmm.
first paragraph?
Introduction. The purpose of this report is to outline the current problems of the local English Academy and to make recommendations for future improvements. I conduct a
You can go
survey
the last
among
perfect. Yeah.
students and parents to find out about their needs.
Yes, as you can see here, you are introducing the topic in a general way. You see?
Mm-hmm.
That is why. And it's very short, it's very quickly. Then you have to write the subheading, current problems, and then you have to describe what are the problems or the positive points or the negative ones. For example, and don't forget to use at the very beginning of every single paragraph connectors. That is so important.
Okay.
Connectors like
Okay.
firstly, on the one hand, on the other hand, secondly, furthermore, moreover, in addition to that, and something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next paragraph, you have to make recommendations on how to make a betterment on the problem or the situation that you have to
Mm-hmm.
write about. As you can see here, and finally the conclusion that it can be only 2 lines or 3 lines, no more than that, where you are
Mm-hmm.
going to make a whole balance of the points that you have deal with about on the report. So, my
Okay.
dear Pamela, do you think it is clear on how to write a report?
Yes, it's clear.
All right. So, as a homework, yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
right now not. Yeah, this is going to be your homework. Let's go back to the student's book.
Okay.
I'm gonna highlight this. It says, your local major wants to increase the number of visitors to your area. You have been asked to write a report for the major on one of the following: cinemas, theaters, concert halls, transport facilities, historic buildings and museums, sport facilities, and parks and gardens. So you have to write your report about this. And on the next lesson,
About one
yes,
of the problem. Mm-hmm.
yes. And on the next
Right.
lesson, I'm gonna provide you with some feedback. You have to share your screen on your computer or your cell phone for me to take a look at your report, and I'm gonna be correcting some mistakes and provide you with proper feedback.
Okay.
Yes. So now I need you to help me. completing the gaps, to fill in the gaps with a word from the box. We have aim, aims, contains, looks, okay, looks, it's done. Make, order, provide terms and ways. In this part,
Okay.
all of these are
Okay.
introductions, model answers of introductions of a report. For example,
Okay.
the one
I don't know where is aim or aims.
aim means objective, actually. Aims as a verb.
Okay.
Yes, that is the meaning.
Are both the same?
Yes, are the same. Those are the
Okay.
same because of the structure. I'm gonna show you why. The first one,
Mhm.
number zero, has been done for us as an example. This report looks at some of the entertainment facilities. Number one, it also suggests, and we have of there. That is the clue of improving these facilities with the
Uh, it also suggests ways.
ways perfect. Ways of improving these facilities with the of attracting more visitors. There you are, aim. With the aim of, right? Con el objetivo de in Spanish.
With the aim. Okay.
Yes, with the aim of attracting more visitors. Number three, this report, that is why. In here is aims. Why? Because when we are talking about in third person, we have to add a letter S at the end of the verbs. This report aims. That is why.
Okay.
This report aims to describe what our town
Describing.
offers, yes, visitors in number four,
In order.
in order of, no.
Wait,
Whenever
wait.
you have in order,
Again, again.
okay, it's in order to, but in this case we have of.
Okay. To describe what our town offers visitors in
In terms of,
terms.
yes, in terms of cinemas. In Spanish we can say en
Then,
términos de, in terms of,
mhm.
right? Theaters and concert halls. It also recommendations.
It also there's some space. It also make
In this case, we
or
cannot use
contains.
yes contains because we have the third person that is it. That's why we have to add a letter s at the end of the verb. Contains. Contains
Okay, there's a
recommendations
tip.
for improving. Yes. Okay. For improving these facilities. And there you are. The next one, number six. The purpose of this report is to,
uh, provide
yes, provide an overview of the town's cinemas. And to, number seven, in
this.
here is make.
Um,
And to make suggestions. And the last one,
that could be a make.
right, because we have two, the infinitive verb, to make
Okay,
suggestions on how to improve them in what?
in order. I
Yeah,
think it.
in this part is in order to, right? In order to.
Uh-huh.
Yes, there you go. As you can see here, this is the model answer of the report. As you can see here, cinemas is the subheading. Then it explains about this, then the recommendations here, and the other subheading theaters and concert halls. That is an example of how you have to write your report, right? So you can
Okay.
base your writing skills on this. Then we have this is not that important as well because it is only a paragraph. Yeah, this is the most important part that I want to show you, and I guess that you have never heard about this. Have you ever practiced this kind of exercise? This is called the Reading and Use of English Part 4 of the exam, of the Beta First exam, and this is called the keyword transformation. Have you ever
I
practiced?
think
Never, never, ever.
let me see. For question one, complete the second sentence to the similar meaning to the
Yes.
first sentence. Isn't the word given? Do not change the word given. You must use between two. and 5 words, including the word given. Okay, we have an exam there, an example there.
Yes.
When the meeting was over, they went out for dinner.
This
No,
actually,
I
yes, actually, this is the one of the most difficult parts of the exam, of the Bit-of-First exam, because you have to master all of the grammar, at least in the B2 level. You have to
okay.
master all of it, all the grammar tenses and time linkers, verb patterns, and so on. So in this part, you have the first sentence, right? The first one.
Right.
Then you have the keyword that is had in this case. In the next sentence, you have to include the word had and use between 2 and 5 words, no more than that. Okay, that is the rule here, because otherwise your exercise is not going to be taken into account. So the rule here is
So,
to use 2 and 5 words, including the word given, no more than that.
so in the first one, it has is included in the first part when the meeting was over.
Yes, yes. But the next sentence has to has the same meaning, or at least the most similar meaning to the first one. For example,
When the
we
meeting
have to
was over.
analyze very careful the first one. When the meeting
Mm-hmm.
was over, right? When the meeting was finished,
Mm-hmm.
they went out for dinner, right? We have to use had. Maybe can
Mm-hmm.
you have do you have any idea on how it could be had? And we have us finished. They went out for dinner. What
Yes.
could it be?
When they had finished the meeting, they
Yes, something like
they
that. Uh-huh.
had, they had the dinner.
But
They
we
had
have
dinner.
at the very beginning we have us. So I'm gonna help you with it, the first one. As
Okay.
soon, right? As soon
Mm-hmm.
as the meeting had finished, they went out for dinner. That is the answer. As soon as the meeting had finished, it's in past perfect, they went out for dinner. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was
Mm-hmm.
a little bit difficult for being the first time for you. I'm gonna show you the
Okay.
answers to go through these ones and analyze one by one. I'm gonna sum it up.
Okay.
Can
Just
you? Okay, tell me.
can we just try the second one without
Without.
the answers?
Okay, okay. Yeah. So you are a very hardworking person, a very hardworking person.
Yeah.
Yes, you don't have to cheat on yourself. Okay. The next one. When we
Okay.
eventually, yeah, when we eventually arrived at the party, all the food had been eaten. Right?
Okay. By the
Have you ever heard about this? Is an expression, a fixed expression actually.
by the moment we
Yeah,
got
almost you were about. By the time, by the time,
okay.
yes,
And then uh
yes, by the time we got to the party,
we got
yes. When we use the verb get to work, it means that you go to work, that you arrive
mhm,
at work. Yeah, get to work,
mhm,
get to school, get to somewhere. So by the time we got to the
got
party,
to
all the food
mhm,
had been eaten. That is the answer.
okay.
Number three.
Then we put everything back in its place before he left.
Perfect.
He
So until,
didn't know.
what do you think is the answer here?
He didn't. He did not ever. He did not. Mm,
So
did
it is
not
as the
call.
other way around, the reverse. He didn't leave, right, until he had put everything back in its place. You see? He didn't leave,
Okay.
right? He didn't go out until he had put everything back in its place.
Okay, I understand.
Yes, that is. The
Okay.
next one, number four. They decided
They just
against, right? Decided against employing him because of his age, because I guess he was older. So they decided. Do you remember what
they
was
decide.
the phrasal verb that means employ someone that we learned?
It was take on.
Yes, take on. That is the phrasal verb that we have to use here.
Okay, they decide take on.
Yes, but in this case,
Uh,
on
him.
the last lesson, I forgot to tell you one detail. This phrasal verb is a transitive one. It means that we have take and then the person and then on. So it
Okay,
means
they
take him on.
decide
Take him on.
take him on.
Yes.
Okay.
But it
They
says that they decided against employing him because of his age. So it means that it is a negative one.
they decide not
Yes. Perfect.
not
Keep going, keep going.
take take him on.
Yes,
I need
they
one.
decided not. Yes, perfect. Great. But I like this. They decided not to take him on because of his age.
Okay.
They decided not to take him on because of his age. That is the answer.
When I have to use this to take, why is not take him and is
Because
to
whenever we
take
have the
him?
particle not, right, and we are going to use a verb, always you have to use to, the preposition to. Not to go,
Okay.
not to take, not to drink, not to study, things like that.
Okay.
Yes, that is. Number five. She is not all at all interested in my work. So it means that what? She does,
Yes. No,
she doesn't, or she does not.
should not know. Um,
I think in here is she doesn't have any interest in my work.
doesn't have any interest
Or what do you think?
in my work.
Because she is not at all interested in my work. At all. That is the clue, at all. So, no way. So she
She don't have a
doesn't,
friend.
yes, she doesn't have
Not
any
her.
interest in my work. Yes, she
Okay.
doesn't have any interest in my work. And the last one, this is the funniest book I have ever read.
I've never
We have I've
read.
or I have
I
never
haven't. Yes, never read uh, such
such a
as fun
fun, yes, such a fun
such
book as this one.
book.
Perfect. So I'm gonna show you the answer so you can check the spelling. Number one, as soon as the meeting had finished, they went out for dinner. That is the answer. As you can see, one, two, three, four, and five words. More than that. Between two and five words. That is the rule. So don't forget. Number two, by the time we got to the party, all the food had been eaten. Number three, he didn't leave until he put everything back or he had everything. He had put everything back. It could be with hat or without hat. And it's okay.
Okay.
Number four, they decided not to take him on.
Okay.
Number five, it could be any of these ones. She doesn't take, she doesn't have, or she doesn't show any interest in my work. It could be take, have,
Okay.
or show, any of these ones.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one is I have never read such a funny book as this one.
Okay.
That is. What do you think about this part of the exam? Do you think it's kind of difficult? Because most of my
Yeah.
students, yes, because most of my students are telling me all of the time that this is one of the most difficult parts of the exam.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Because you have to
Um.
master all of the grammar,
Yes. And the past tense,
all of the tenses actually, all of
all of
them.
the tense. Uh huh.
Actually, the reported speech, the passive voice, phrasal verbs, verb patterns,
Versus
infinitive,
verb.
gerunds, and it's a very big stuff. Let's go with the next exercise. In this
Okay.
one, in every single sentence, there are two words that which shouldn't be there. They don't have to be there. We have to
Okay.
find these words and cross them out to find. And the first one has been done as an example. As you can see
Okay. I,
here, at first we weren't sure whether we could afford to go on holiday, but in the end we had felt. That is not necessary had, right? We it is only we felt we
just
ought
with
to
first.
spend at least during a week on the coast. That is the word that is wrong. In number two, can you help me out finding where is the mistake or the word that is that you don't have to use there?
Okay. I was extremely impressed with the special effects and some part of the action scenes.
Essence.
As
As for
as
us, the
for
acting, there is a mistake. What do you think? What do you think is the mistake there? As for us, the acting,
uh,
what word?
because we have a thought there and what
No,
is the
the
action
mistake
thought?
is only until acting. As for us, the acting, there is a mistake.
The acting
No,
or as for us.
as for us is the mistake. What do you think is the mistake? What little word?
As for us, the action thought. Uh, because it's like redundar.
Yes, in this case, the mistake is in this part. I'm gonna highlight it here. This is the mistake.
Uh-huh.
It is only as for the acting, not as for us. Only as for the acting, which means en cuanto a, as for.
Mhm.
Yes, as for. Though I felt many
Okay.
amateurs could have done better. Yes, there are no more mistakes there.
Okay.
Number three. Sophie was so much pleased after her last exam. At the last, she cried, I have finished. Very easy. Where is the mistake?
Uh-huh. I finish.
Do you remember the expressions that we learned at the beginning of this lesson? In the end, at the end, and the other one was
Okay. At last,
yes. It is
not the
only
at
at
the
last.
last.
No, at the last. It is only at last.
Okay.
Yes, that is. The next one. When he had came home from work, he was made himself a cup of tea and read the newspaper. It had been an exhausting day. What do you think is the mistake here?
Uh, when he came home from work, it was made. He was made himself a cup of tea and read the newspaper. It had been I think it's in he was made.
He was
It
made
only
himself. What
it
about
has to be
this?
only made
Yes, what about
or
he had came? This is the past perfect, right? Is it
yes.
correct? Came? Had came.
Okay.
No, right? It is come.
No.
He had come, right? He had come because
Mm-hmm.
the conjugation of this verb is come, came, come.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so it means that he had came home from work and he was made himself a cup of tea. That is correct. He was made himself a cup of tea. It is
Okay.
right. And the
Why
last one?
why in this case it could be he made just so why I need
Because in
he
this
was
case,
made.
it is like someone else made a cup of tea for him, right? That is why he
Mm-hmm.
was made himself a cup of tea. It's like we are using the passive voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is the reason.
Okay.
And the last one, I'm so glad we took to your advice and we went to the new Indian restaurant that's just opened. The service was marvelous and it was such a good food. Where is the mistake here?
Uh, the word we took to when we say took to.
No, it is correct actually. When we took an advice, we say, I took to your
Friend
advice.
took your advice and went to the new Indian restaurant.
I'm gonna give you a clue.
Went to
The mistake is at the
school.
end of the sentence. Can you find it?
No.
Can we say it is correct to say such a good food or only such good food?
Oh, the A
Yes,
is wrong.
the article is wrong.
Yeah.
A. We have to say only such good food, no a good food, because this is an uncountable noun. Food. We cannot count food in general. We cannot say one food, two food, three food. That is wrong. That is why we
Okay.
have to say only
Okay.
it was such good food, and that's it.
Okay. And when we have
A
something
countable noun.
countable,
Yes, you can
yeah.
use, for example, such expensive pencil, for example.
Okay.
Yes, because you can count these ones.
Mm-hmm.
And the next one, we're going to put into practice some vocabulary related to films. They are very common
Okay.
expressions. The first one has been given, the first letter, as you can see here. The phrase is in bolts. And it is possible that we have to use the plural form of the words. For example, in number one, we have an old star, and it starts with the letter C.
Okay. Murder on the Orient Express features.
What do you think is here?
When an star
How do you call all of these people
creates.
that are the actors of the actresses of a movie? How is it called?
Um.
Do you give up?
No.
No?
Include.
An all star. Take a look at it. It says including.
Creates.
Sorry?
Create.
No. An all star cast.
Okay.
Yes, cast. You know? These are all of the people that take part in a movie. Number two. Brad Pitt won an Academy Award for Best Actor in a Supporting. We have R for his part in the 2019 film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Foreign. Mm, 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 mm.
You know, Brad Pitt won an Academy Award for what? For doing what? For being the best actor in what?
In supporting. I don't know. Role.
Role, perfect role. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. Number three, the novel was praised by literary, these are persons, people, sorry, but the film had poor, and we have letter R.
Someone was praised, but literally it is a C or
Yes,
an A. Yeah.
and they are experts on making comments,
Even
let's say, about movies or films. Cri-
criticize.
critics,
Critics.
yes, critics, literary critics, but the film had poor or what?
Receiving.
Reviews.
Okay.
Reviews, right? Reseñas, reviews. Number 4. It is a well-written thriller with convincing characters in a gripping. This adjective, we checked it on a previous lesson and you weren't here yet on the curve.
Gripping?
Gripping means apasionante. Gripping in Spanish.
Uh,
And do you know what
okay.
is how can we call what is the movie about? What is this called?
Um,
No, I think that this word don't you don't know. This is a gripping plot. A gripping plot. That means la trama, right? Of the movie.
okay.
Plot. The plot is what the movie is about. Plot. In a gripping plot, una trama apasionante. In Spanish, we can say this. Number 5,
Okay.
the last one. One ingredient of a good action film is an exciting and memorable opening. Very easy opening, and we have S.
Um,
An opening at the very beginning of a movie is an opening is in, right?
sorry?
An opening is in, escena,
Okay.
right? So there you are. Cast, role, critics, reviews, plot, and is in. And there you are.
This gripping plot is like when we say plot twist.
Plot twister. It could be like something like that. Yes,
Okay.
it could be. So now let's go over the next part of the exam. This is called the word formation part of the reading and use of English of the beta first exam. And in this part, we have some words that are on this part. Can you see these
Mm-hmm.
ones? And what we have to do here is to change those words into another version of the same word. For example,
Okay.
number 0 we have bury, the verb bury, but in the next one we have on the paragraph we have to change it into variety so it can
Mm-hmm.
best fits the gaps. Okay? For example, the Story Time School of Storytelling offers a variety of courses to anyone and we have interest. Number 1. What do you think can be here?
Of course, anyone uh, interesting.
Interested, right? For to anyone, to any person that is interested in the ancient art of storytelling. Interested,
Okay.
right? A wide range of people have studied with us, from tour guides to teachers, lawyers to, and we have library, and bankers to business owners. In this case, we have
But
to change library into the
like
profession. It could be like,
libra. I don't know what is the profession of libra.
don't you know?
No,
Librarians, I guess.
libra.
Yes,
Okay, but it's the profession.
yes.
Okay.
The next one, their motives for attending our courses vary enormously. They may be keen to develop their, and we have
Confidence.
confidence, perfect, as public speakers. Learn how to use stories to develop their creative,
Their
no, sorry,
creative.
I'm wrong. Learn how to use stories in the classroom or activate their creative.
Creative. Creat. Cre-
Yes, creativity.
creative.
Creativity,
Creativity. Yes.
yes, in a playful environment. Whatever their reasons, participants usually find the experience absolutely, and we have fascinate. In here we need
Fascinated.
fascinating, an adjective,
Fascinated.
right? As you can see from the enthusiastic testimonials on our website. Many of these point to the stories of We have
Performance.
performance or performers. What do you think?
This
Performances or performers given to local school
performance.
people? Performances, okay? Let's check at the end. Other mention the supportive atmosphere in our school and the quality of the teaching, not surprise. In this case, we need an adverb.
Not
What is
to
the
serve.
adverb? What is the adverb that comes from surprise? Do you know?
Surprising.
Surprisingly. That is the adverb.
Ah,
Not surprisingly. Many people come back to Storytime again and again. We offer an almost, we have a limit. Number of courses ranging from animal tales to using your voice or creating your own stories.
limited number.
An unlimited number. Yes,
Okay.
unlimited. So I'm gonna show you the answer so you can check the spelling. Interest, interested. Librarians, it's the profession. Confidence, creativity, fascinating performances. Surprisingly, unlimited or limitless, which is the same.
Okay.
In this part, you have to be really careful when writing, especially the plural form or the singular form. For example, in number 6, why it cannot be performance? Why not?
Maybe because performance is only for people.
No, there is another reason in there. Because we
Performance
have
is
the
like,
series of, it means that they are several, they are many, right? Performances. That is why. So you have to read the context very carefully.
okay. This one was very hard.
Yes, it was. In this part you have to know. I'm gonna upload or I'm gonna send you through WhatsApp a list of this part because every word or almost every all of them has its noun, the version of the noun, the verb, an adjective, and an adverb. Those are the most common versions of a word. So you can
Okay.
study this in practice. You have to memorize. I think it's hard, but you have to.
Okay.
Yes, and that's it. So this is the writing part, the email, but I think that time is almost over and we're going not to have time for do this. Okay, so far, do you have any question, any comment, something that it was not clear at all for you?
Mm, it was clear, but it was very hard for me.
Yeah, because I think it was the first time that you have seen this kind of exercise.
Yes.
What about your homework? Did you struggle when solving your homework from the workbook?
Let me see.
And are you taking a look at my recorded lessons?
No, I'm gonna do that this weekend because
Okay,
I just rented my books.
please don't forget to do it. And if you have any question about those lessons, you can ask me, okay?
Okay.
Don't worry about it. And I will be glad to help you with any one of these points.
Okay. The a good story. I think it was easier from than yesterday.
Okay, just
Uh,
reading the gave text.
yes. I don't know if I'm okay in my answers.
Remember
So
that the answers you can find it at the very end of the workbook. Look at it. You go to the
okay.
end. There you are the answers, all of them. You just have to look for the unit, right? And there
Uh-huh.
you are, all of the answers of every single question at the end of the
Oh,
workbook.
okay.
So you can check this and no more than
Mhm.
that.
Okay.
Okay,
And in the second part, um,
the
I'm
second
not
part
sure.
was okay.
By, about. For example, in the first one, I choose by.
By. No.
Uh-huh.
In this case, it's the collocation, alright? It's congratulate me about. That is
Okay.
the answer. Number two, my sister has been jealous
Or
for. Perfect. Number three, I don't know
then
who this phone belongs to.
two.
Belongs to. For me, there is no comparison between.
Between.
Mhm.
Mhm.
We didn't
Then
stop posting up
about it.
or
Off.
about it.
Okay.
Can be. I don't blame.
About it could be two.
Yes. Posting.
Okay. I don't
Yeah.
blame
I don't
you
blame
for
you for. Yes. Blame for.
Friday
Frightened.
at the
Frightened
spiders.
of.
Off.
Frightened of spiders. Frightened is the same like scared of or afraid of.
Yeah.
They are synonyms. Frightened of, scared of, or afraid of. Number seven, the
Okay.
criminal was arrested. And here is by the police.
Bye.
By the
Yeah.
police.
Uh-huh. Bye and then for.
For robbing the bank.
Robbing
Yes,
the
perfect. Number eight, I couldn't stop laughing at. In this
at.
case, is at. It's a collocation laugh at. At someone or
Okay.
something. Those variation about.
About.
Yes. Number nine, James found it difficult to
On.
concentrate
On.
on doing for
Is
doing or at doing his homework. Concentrate on doing his homework.
on doing. Yes.
Was anxious
About.
for or about? What do you think?
For.
With no. With no.
Mm, for. For
Anxious
finishing.
about. That is a
Yes. About.
collocation. Don't forget it. Anxious about. And finally, we have your teacher is very satisfied by.
With. By.
Satisfied with. Perfect. Satisfied
Uh-huh.
with.
And then
You're aiming for.
in.
Aiming for. And there you are.
For.
Yes. It's a collocation. Aiming for.
Okay. My question is, when do you use at?
There is no
Because
rule
we
here.
have spiders there, and
Yes.
we have dogs.
Okay. There is no rules here. They are only
Mhm.
collocations. And collocations are words that are always go together, no matter what. So, as I told you, aiming for always. Aiming for always. Concentrate on, laughing at, arrested by, frightened of, blame for, right? Comparison between, belongs to, congratulate me, about. They are only collocations, ladies.
Okay.
Yes, so there is no
Uh,
rule here.
okay.
You just have to memorize like
Um,
this, these forms. Or do
for
you, or what is the point that you haven't cleared yet?
mm, I don't know when I have to use. I know the context
Yeah,
helps, but um, for example, in number six and number eight,
okay.
we have at my dog's reaction
Hmm.
and frightening.
Frightened?
I think I I thought it was at the spiders,
No.
not
As I
off.
told you, whenever you are going to use frighten, it's frighten off. Frighten off, no
Okay.
more. Frighten off, always, always, always. And the other
If I
one was,
have a verb like ed, I have to use off.
yes, off.
Okay.
And remember, this is so important. Thank you for reminding me this. Whenever you are going to use a verb after a preposition like of or to or about or whatever preposition, the verb has to go in ing form. For example, I am frightened of cooking, for example. I am frightened
Mhm.
of playing soccer. I am frightened of swimming. Always with ing after a preposition.
If I say I enjoyed or something like that,
Yes,
it was off.
of.
It would be off.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Understood.
the next one that you said, it was laughing, right? It is always laughing at, or laugh at. ¿Qué significaría en español reírse de?
Uh-huh.
Laugh at. Always laugh at. Laugh at you, laugh at me, laugh at someone, laugh at something even. And that's it.
Okay.
Two more.
It could be another verb like mm,
For example,
oh or loving.
laugh at loving. Like that. Yes, because at is a preposition. And as I told you, whenever you have a preposition and then a verb, that verb has to go in ing form.
Okay.
Yes, that is. So,
Okay.
as a homework, you have to carry
Mhm.
out pages from the workbook, of course, 30 and 31.
Um, mm, mm.
30
Okay.
and 31. And that's it for today. And on the next
Okay.
lesson, we continue with the writing part that is the informal letter. And don't forget to write your report. Okay?
Yes.
Yes, that is.
This report I have to send you, or we are going to review in the next class.
We're going to check on the next lesson. You have to share your screen, right?
Okay.
And I'm gonna go checking your report.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So please, can you turn on your camera, please, just for a while to take today's attendance screenshot, please? Okay, so thank you so much. Okay, so thank you so much for being here today, and I hope to see you on Monday. Bye bye. Have a good
Thank you, teacher.
night,
Bye
and have a nice weekend. Bye bye.
bye.